it's the thing I was saying about the derangement that's really going on is when you have a bias that's confirmation bias, right? But the confirmations are no longer there. So
Yeah.
you're stuck with your bias, right? And
Yeah.
so what do? You just make up a confirmation. So we went into a little bit before. You remember when we talked about the assassination of um, Camera,
Libya. Libya.
Libya.
The Libyan leader.
Russia is the only.
The only country that hasn't been hasn't accepted any new world order or any banks controlled by Rothschilds or any yes.
And what happens to countries like that? What happened
They
to
get targeted.
like
They get
Gaddafi?
targeted like Gaddafi. They are psyoped. They are taken over.
What is the danger of letting a country like, say, Gaddafi?
What was
What are the globalists
the
so afraid of
Clintons and
with something like with somebody like Gaddafi having power and establishing a gold-based monetary system? I don't know much about economics.
they won't have control over that part of the country. Like
Strictly through
Gaddafi
economics.
through freedoms also. I mean, Gaddafi was forming a constitution like we have in the United States. He was going to provide a constitution to where anybody that came over wasn't able to destroy their rights. This was all between the gold standard and them not having control over whatever they decide to print out, you know, however they decide to control the money, the funds, the
Laundering.
oil, the laundering, the oil. And he wasn't having it. He was fighting against it. He was standing up for the people.
We came, we saw, he died.
Do you
You
think a
know,
similar type of thing happened in Venezuela?
I know that they did put in place someone that was, recklessly taking their funds. I mean, and then there was a control over the amount of oil that was put out to lower the money that they were going to be getting, you know? So that's what they're
From
trying to do
without, yeah.
here.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to turn us into a Venezuela, which is horrific. They've had to learn the whole barter system within their apartment buildings where one person bakes bread and one person, does sewing or one person does whatever they can do to maintain um, each other. The people that are in these buildings, they don't have any access to even ground, even dirt. There's like fencing there. This one guy was so excited that he actually had a seed for a tomato to just plant a tomato. And he was looking forward to a time that he was going to be able to plant that. And just a tomato plant. He was so excited, but nowhere to put it. And people have no clue what these people have in store for us or what they want. When people say get ready, get prepared,
Yeah, it's
um,
gonna be like paradise. You're
yeah,
just gonna sit and lay down in a comfortable little bed in a little cubicle with some VR glasses on, and you're just gonna imagine your life. You know?
yeah, just get caught up in the metaverse. You
Yeah,
won't know until you
it's
go
really
to the
fun.
shelf and
It's
there's nothing
wonderful.
there.
Ah,
And they've already cut off and they've made gas
that's the
$20 or
honeypot. That's the
whatever.
ultimate honeypot, isn't it? For people
Mhm.
who don't think.
Mhm.
Make them believe like, hey, this is the future. You want to give into this future? It's gonna be magic. You
Right.
you're gonna be able to be like a pop star, huh?
Yeah.
You wanna be a pop
Yeah.
star? You wanna be a movie star? It's people adore you. Like you're a god.
Just major, just continue to distract you as much as possible
Well, they want
because I
they
mean
want
they're
people to
pulling in the
believe.
AIs.
They want
You
people
know?
to shift their focus towards themselves that as much as possible. I mean, I don't know
Yeah, it's
how.
just you can just completely just create a society of narcissism to where
100%.
all they're gonna do is sit there, photograph themselves, send out selfies.
No,
That's all they're gonna do.
that's
They're gonna
already
make a
happening.
freaking all their fake, yeah,
This is
they've already done
involving
it.
more than that. This is involving more than that. It's involving that. Yeah, it's that like sort of motive, but then it's also involving sacrificing your entire being, everything you own, everything,
Yeah,
in
yeah,
order for that. It's like the vaccine. It's sort of the same thing. Sacrifice everything that you. I mean, it's just your body. It's just your body.
right.
Come on. Don't you want to go to the store? Don't you want to go, to your kids' practice? Don't you want to go out to eat? Just put this thing in your body.
Yeah.
It's the same sort of thing.
If
Now
you
it's
wanna
your
have a
soul.
life,
Now it's your
if you want,
soul.
yeah, if you wanna have a life, you're gonna take this and you're gonna submit. If you don't submit, you're not gonna have a life, and we're gonna keep you trapped for a certain amount of time. We're gonna offer you all
Yay!
kinds of big money to be able to do. Oh yeah, they're gonna offer a little slice of
Yay!
pizza to a little kid and say, "Don't tell mommy or
Yay!
daddy that you got this."
It's the same sort of technique. They're saying, go ahead and sacrifice, your physical being. And that the next big step is it's going to be involved with climate change, I'm sure. We know you like life. We know you like moving around in your body and going out in the world. Wouldn't it be much easier if you didn't have to do that? And you
Wouldn't
could
it be
just
much
imagine
easier?
it.
Yeah.
And it would be much better for the environment.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it would be much better for the environment. No more gas.
Yeah.
Gas. Or
Yeah, they love it.
is that
They
the
love
real?
how the elite's gonna have
It's
their big planes and their big
of course,
limos,
of
and they
course.
don't have to worry about anybody because they're not gonna have the gas so expensive that just the regular people won't be in their way anymore.
Oh, I was thinking earlier today.
Mm.
You know who's gonna be really affected by that? High gas prices? The Freedom Convoy that mainstream media doesn't want to show anybody.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
American truckers standing up for
Yeah.
all of us.
No freaking no coverage.
Nothing.
No.
Nope.
No.
Some great YouTube videos.
Just no coverage.
Or is it even on YouTube? No, I just saw it on Twitter. It's probably on Rumble. Rumble covers.
Definitely Rumble. Yeah.
My bad. It's all down to completely isolating people. They don't want us working. They don't want us doing anything productive. They don't want us to have our own lives. They don't want us to have any control of anything. Everything is about that.
Isolation. If
Uh-huh.
they can't isolate, once they can isolate, they can drive fear. Once they drive fear, and
And
they
keep
can
people from
drive,
communicating with one another to understand how irrational that fear is.
then they can drive depression.
Yes.
Once they drive depression, they can drive suicide, and that is their ultimate goal. They want the most amount of deaths possible.
So it's all depopulation, but it's also populating with the right kind of idiots, I guess.
The useful ones until they're done with their usefulness.
And then it's,
Then they're gone.
slaves.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
slaves.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're the ones. We're the Nazis and the slave owners. The ones fighting for freedom for people. For we the people. We're the ones who fight for the Constitution. We're the baddies.
Yeah. I mean, they forget that, Russia has actually fought alongside us with the revolution.
Yeah, but they're white, We got really intelligent professors telling us that whiteness needs to be eliminated, but what that really means is that white people need to be eliminated. It's as easy as that.
recent understanding that to abolish whiteness is to abolish white people. And that's very uncomfortable, perhaps, but it asks...
Is that uncomfortable for you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I have a problem with getting rid of a race.
Me too.
I do. I do have a problem with that.
You gotta be an intelligent professor to say that, but
no, they have to go. They go for whatever the target is. Like they targeted the whites in Africa, took away their jobs, got them off in camps to where then they're unable to maintain themselves, unable to survive, starve them out. They make them hate it as much as possible. It was effective in Africa, South Africa. Now they're doing it here. They would steal on the land from the landowners that was providing the food. Now they
don't have food.
Don't have food. And that's the way that they're starving them. They cut out the landowners, cut out the people that have had these supply chains, organized supply chains.
No, because they think they have plans.
Yeah.
And they organize, after decades and decades and decades of actually figuring things out and getting things going and making a living for people and building families, having communities. Oh no, no.
Yeah, it's country
you don't understand.
By country.
It's whiteness is the problem. So let's wipe all that out because we can do it better.
And let's finance both sides. Like from both sides of war.
Now you're talking from the upper echelon. It's not just the people it's not the boots on the ground doing the dirty work, not doing the murdering, not doing the okay, you go over there, you take over that farm, you take over that farm. Okay, we're good. Nope. You're talking about the George Soroses of the world.
Okay. Yes.
All right, we're going to send in that area over there. I'm going to go ahead and take over. Like that's dark.
The creators of the Arab Spring. The financiers of BLM, the financiers of Antifa.
All of it.
That's, to where, so the death by 1,000 knives is that, they're going to get you on multiple fronts to where you're distracted and you continue to be distracted by one thing or the other. And you're continually bleeding from each wound. Because you want to take care of this. It's like having like so many different leaks in a pipe. You have to go for the biggest leak first, and you're trying to stop it, and you're trying to like maintain. You're constantly turning on the fear. You're turning on the fear. You're turning on the psychosis. You're letting them out, letting them go free, and then you take that away.
Is that a strategy? That's just like a universal strategy of. Like what's the purpose of that? What are you equating that to? You're saying it's like
attack it on every front. You have the mass psychosis of people. You destroy their minds. You make them completely fearful. Fearful makes them, you have a bunch of crazy people.
Not all of us.
Well, no.
Not even most of us.
Well, I mean, look at the people that you're surrounded with. How many people that you are surrounded with actually get it and are actually making moves, choosing not to do one thing, right? How many people?
You?
Right.
And me?
Right. What about your assassociations?
That's two,
How
baby.
many people?
It's two.
No, that's two out of all the people that you are around.
Can I include all my Twitter friends?
No.
Okay.
No, these have to be live people in your circle.
Two.
That are actually aware of what's going on in the world.
We got such a wide scope, and that's what resonated with me with what you were saying about the 1,000 cuts.
Yes, because it's every direction.
We got mainstream media, we got Hollywood, we got CRT in the schools, we got fucking demonizing parents who say anything about it by calling them domestic terrorists, and then we got police who are gonna defund the police, and then we got.
So what I'm saying is that's 1,000 knives. That is in every different artery that they're getting you.